How are you all doing? I'm hoping this sound is going to be the same as it was last night, because I ain't touched nothing. So let me know if you can hear the planes okay, let me know if you can hear me okay, let me know if the picture's okay and if it's echoing or not. I've just listened to it on my phone, it seems to be alright. Yeah, it's already busy. I literally got here and the load came back in. And I literally didn't have time to get them, but I think I'm all good. I've even got a torch tonight, which is, yeah, that's good. But yes, they're already now coming out, so I think it's going to be quite good. Because if we look over this way, we've still got a little bit of sunshine poking through there. So if they go out quite quick, it might look quite nice through there. I can't actually see what I'm doing. I'm just kneeling down at the minute, trying to get everything sorted out, but the really weird thing is, normally I have to mess around with the sound and set it up every single time, but for some reason the sound's actually stayed the same as what it was last night from looking at it. I have turned the main camera sound down just a little bit, because I noticed when I looked back earlier on, I was peaking really, really high, but hopefully it ain't going to be too loud, but we'll just see what happens. I think it's alright. Oh, I'm not in my normal spot either today. Someone else has parked there, and I know he wouldn't move, so we should be good here though. We're still close to the runway. We're only a little bit back from the other side fence, and I can still turn the camera down that bottom end way, so that might make it a little bit easier for when they come in where I'm stood. But so, as I was saying last night, I wanted to finish the week off up here, so I won't be doing Friday. It's not looking good for tomorrow morning. Quick climbs. It says there's a low cloud, so whether there'll be quick climbs tomorrow, there might be. Sometimes they do if the cloud lift a little bit, but don't look like it for tomorrow. But as you know, I'm due to have this back thing, and as I was saying last night on the stream, they kept cancelling it and stuff, but they've restored it to this week coming. So yeah, Liberty's going to be out of action for a little bit. I don't know how long, a couple of weeks maybe. So you're going to be relying on Dave to putting some stuff up. So we've got to twist his arm to see if he want to borrow my gear and do some live streams, but we'll have to see. But we've got a couple sitting out on the pad already. Hopefully the tripod, I just tightened up a little bit, but I didn't get a chance to have a look at it today. I know what's the matter with it. There's a nut that secures the head onto the tripod and it just keeps coming loose. So I'm going to have to put some sort of lock washer on it or something so it don't keep doing it. But as we go through the night, it might play up a little bit and I'll have to keep adjusting it like I did last night. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that it's tight at the moment. Hopefully it'll stay like that. Oh, so I'm just I'll have a quick look at my phone. I can see someone's handed out some, who is that one? Steve, thank you very much. Yeah, we're gonna have to twist his arm. I did tell him I was coming, but I don't know if he's looked at the message yet, so he might turn up. But I don't blame him if he don't. He's here all day long. He probably don't want to come over here when he's finished work, so sometimes he does though. I got here a slightly bit earlier tonight and there weren't a lot of clouds, but the clouds rolled in again, which is really disappointing because I was hoping it was going to be a bit clearer tonight than it was last night. But we have got a bit of a clear patch over in the distance, but by the time these guys go out now, although they've walked away from them, they might go out straight away and we might see the jets in the distance in that little bit of light that's left, hopefully, because it's nice when they do that. Yeah, I saw them, Neil, just as I got here. A load came back in. I tried to get here a bit earlier tonight. I got here slightly earlier than last night, but not early enough. So I could see they were out there, but I just didn't get here in time to get them. So it was a bit of a shame because it was light enough to catch them coming in. No, the van's completely mine, Sally, and yeah, I built this van for my boy, and it's just really good because it's so high up, you see right over this fence, but unfortunately Dave's not got that, but we'll have to see what we can do, see if he wants to do one. Maybe we can twist his arm and he can use the van or whatever, but we'll have to see what Dave's not. He doesn't like talking, so he might do a stream but not say nothing. I think it's just same as me when I first started. I never used to say much, but now I haven't stopped talking. You just get used to doing it, I think. Yeah, I have to stand on the burger van. I'll put a ladder on the burger. I'll have to come and put a ladder on the burger van. You have to stand on the top doing it. Quite a few people here tonight. It's actually really busy. It's as busy as I've seen it up here for a long time. There's loads of cars here. I think my streams have obviously gone out and people have seen that they're going on night so as well. So and obviously it's all over the Facebook groups and stuff, but at the moment I've got exactly the same settings as I had last night, but I have upped the ISO just a little bit. But once it gets a bit darker, it's getting pretty dark now, I'll just lower it down just a little bit so it doesn't make it so hazy, but we'll just go up and down as we did last night. Yeah, I reckon they're going to go over your way, Neil, like they did last night. They sort of went that area, but they were going round and round sort of Hull Beach and the top of coast of Norfolk and that last night, but I think they went over your way, so I think probably, but you never know, do you? I know I saw this morning, I think it was this morning I was looking, and I noticed one or two went over to the Loopway, but I think it was this morning I saw them. No, so Dave parks the burger van just a little bit away from here on a private bit of land where some houses are, so they look after it for him. and then he hasn't got to go very far to get it and put it away. So it's nearby, but he doesn't leave it up here because I think it'll probably get vandalised up here. Although the security where he parks it is right next to the gate, you just don't know, do you? So he always parks it in a safe place. So. Always sounds so much noisier at night time up here. I don't know why that is, but when you come during the day, yes, it's noisy, but it always seems to rattle out for a bit more at night time. Well, I've already got 90 people in here. That's good for a start. Let's see if we can get a few more tonight. I think we had 200 and something at one time last night, so it's good. I'm so glad this thing's going on with my back next week, because I've got such a pain in my leg. It's really painful, and I had to go do a long drive today, and then my leg was really hurting me on the way back. And I'm quite glad that my car I drive is automatic, so I ain't got to put my foot on the clutch. But my van obviously has. But my van's a lot easier to drive than what my car is. I much prefer to drive my van than I do my car, to be honest. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm enjoying doing the streams, but like I said, I'm going to have to take a break for a little bit to recover from whatever's going to happen with my back. I know I've got an injection going in my back next week, and if that doesn't work, then I've got to have my nerve burnt out. So I'm not looking forward to that if it doesn't work. So that'll probably put me out for a bit. But if the injection works, then hopefully not too long. What up, Matt? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm alright, Gary. You? I need to turn the chat on my streaming box so I can look at that as well, because it's handy to have that down there so I can see it also, because I have to put my phone down when I record, when I actually follow them around, so I can then look down at the box and see a bit of the chat. Yeah, it's like an epidural type thing I'm having next week, but then if that doesn't work, then yeah, I've got to have my nerve burnt. That's what they said anyway. So I'm hoping that this injection's going to stop it. But from everything I've read and looked online, that's only a temporary thing. And basically, what they do is they put that injection in your back and make sure that they've injected it into the nerve that's causing the problem. And then they know exactly what nerve it is. They put some sort of dye in it as well, apparently, so they can see the nerve through whatever they use to see it. And then, so I've had loads of x-rays and all sorts of scans, CAT scans, whatever they call them. I've had all sorts of things. So, but I have a period where it doesn't hurt as much, but still hurts. But at the moment, it's excruciating pain. So yeah, it's not good at the minute, but we're doing our best to. I have to keep hopping around up here. I have to keep lifting my leg off the floor, and it does make the tripod move a little bit. So we've got more coming down now, which is good. Yeah, I've got it set up exactly how I did last night, but I have literally turned the camera down just a little bit because I noticed, and I saw Sally say her earphones blew her ears out last night, but they are loud, so, and these mics are pretty sensitive on the front of me. I've got two mics on the front and my little wireless one on the back, so we've seemed to have got it all sorted now. It seems to be working. I've had to turn the streaming box right down because obviously that was doing all that echoing and everything else. So yeah, I took a picture of it last night, but when I turned it on, it was just set up exactly the same. So all I've done is just turn the main camera down a little bit, and hopefully we still hear the planes as loud as what they are, but not blow out quite so much at the full volume. But I can always adjust that a little bit later on if it does get a bit too noisy. Well, I feel, Matt, that I like doing this, and you know, you shouldn't be, although it hurts to do it, it's something I enjoy doing. So, you know, you can't let yourself be governed by something that's happened to you, I don't think. I think you have to enjoy yourself as best you can, and you know, you never know what's around the corner, do you? So you've got to spend your time. And I mean, obviously my home life comes first, and my lad and my wife and everything, but you've got to have some time to yourself. I'm a 24-hour carer, and so is my wife, so we try to do things, you know, to give us a bit of a break, and that's, yeah, it's good. Right, here we go then. So I'll put my phone down and we'll watch these ones go out. Alarm C, they're all going off everywhere. There's about 3 of them going off. Yeah, they went out a little bit too late, unfortunately, with that little bit of sky disappeared, so never mind. Where is he? There he is. Don't just see him. to have a bit of light on the situation. Bit grainy, but we can see what he's doing. Yeah, I thought that when he first went to give it a handful, that weren't going to go. Jonathan's up to his tricks. Well done, Jonathan. Thank you, mate. Oh, my leg is painful tonight. Oh, so painful. That's always worth a thumbs up, guys, when someone gives out the memberships. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let's get some more people in. We're doing well. All you mods are too quick. Every time I've got to press the show button, someone's already pressed it. Yeah, even Jonathan, mate. Well, let's hope we're right and we've got a lot of stuff going out like we did last night, because it started early, so I might not have to stay here until 10 o'clock tonight. Yeah, last night we thought there was 3 more out, but I packed up and stayed for about 5 minutes while I was making sure I got everything in the van properly. Nothing else came in, and on the drive back I never saw anything approaching the base, but I saw some lights over Thetford Forest on the way back, but when I looked on the app, there was nothing showing, so I don't know what it was. We've got more on the way down. The talking devil, there he is, look. More than half, I was going to say morning, Graham, but it's a bit late for morning. Yeah, there was a lot going on last night, wasn't there? There was, what you say, the moss spray, and there was helicopters over near mine as well last night. They've been flying over mine today. I've had a few Lynx and over mine and Apaches this afternoon, so. Yeah, that was a good stream last night. Hopefully tonight's going to be equally as good. There seems to be a lot of action, there's a lot of lights up the other end, but I can't make out if they're what they are at the minute. I don't think there's 35s I can see over there. Just a lot of cars, I think, down the bottom end. But there is another C-17 here, so we may see that, but apparently it's not been here too long, so they may not unload that and it might not go out. But that'd be good if we did see that go out again tonight. I can speculate what they're building, but I wouldn't want to say. But there's been a few other things turn up here, obviously. So I don't know what that is really, but they've been doing it a long time. We've got a count going on how many scoops they've been doing with the diggers. We've lost count now. They've been doing too many. Oh, is it, Graham? Yeah, that's cool, and we didn't see that tonight, but at least I got one last night. Yeah, you're right, Jonathan, but they're already here. Even Baker boy. So Fridays is half day here. I have known them to fly on Friday nights, but unusually. But I should imagine it's quick climb during the day in the morning, I would have thought. But whether they'll actually go out as quick climb, because it's going to be cloudy, they might just go out local climbs. But sometimes they go out. Depends on the cloud height. If it's low, then they won't. If it's high, then they may well do. But yeah, they've been doing it for a long time. So they're doing lots of work around the whole place. So at least that's a good thing for us guys, because we know that if they're spending money here, they're intending on staying here for a while. Because obviously there was rumours a few years back that here in Mildenhall were going to be going, and then that weren't, and it was. So at least we know that, you know, they're spending money, so they ain't just going to disappear overnight. I know the F-15s are obviously going to be disappearing, but which is a really sort of shame, like we were saying last night. I'll really miss them because they are iconic planes. There's a few people that come in the stream from Norfolk. Yeah, I think that's going to be straightforward, hopefully, and then we'll be good again. We'll be back to normal. Yeah, you can't have tomato sauce. It's got to be brown sauce on everything. It's got to be HP or Daddy's. You can't have cheap brown sauce. Just don't taste the same. What up, Nick? Not seeing those other lights down the other end now, so I don't know what they were. I think they were cars moving around down the bottom. literally, Jonathan, I turned my streaming box on and they were all still there, exactly how they were last night. But all I've done is turn the main camera down just a little bit because I still felt that the planes were a little bit too noisy, but they're noisy anyway, aren't they? So, you know, they always go above the limiter because of how noisy they are. So I've got wind limiter on and I've got noise limiter on, and they still go above the peaking. So there's not a lot you can do about it, really. I mean, if I turn it down too much, then you're not going to hear how crackly the sound is, and you know, the engines and stuff. So I think it's pretty much spot on now. As long as you don't turn your phones on full blast, you'll be all right. And Sally, turn your earphones down. We've got 4 more carrots sitting there, so at least 4 more, well, 2 planes, but 4 carrots. So we're going to have a lot tonight, I think. It's going to be busy. This place feels really busy tonight, busier than last night, weirdly. Even though there's only 2 sitting there, it seems like there's a lot of movement going on the base and a lot of noise. So still got fireworks in the distance, but every time I put my camera on them, they're not there anymore. So they're like random over the other side there. I think someone can afford like 2 rockets and then that's it. They've spent all the money. Yeah, this camera can only output 2 signals through the HDMI for the sound. But if I record, I can record 8 channels of sound, so it sounds amazing when I play back on my PC and then put it on my telly. You'd never heard anything like it from my surround sound system, but you literally can only send 2 signals down the HDMI, but that signal I've got on my streaming box, I can put more mics on that, but it's just too complicated and it's just too much hassle to set them all up. But I was thinking about putting another one on the bottom, but I think it sounds good enough now. Now I've got it sussed and I've sorted out how to get it exactly right. I think it sounds good now, so. Yeah, we've had 2 go out, haven't we? Or was it 2 or 3? 2 or 3, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3, I think it's 2. I'm really struggling to stand up tonight. It's really hurting me tonight, but if I have to sit down one there in a little while when they go out, I will. But I've put the mic right at the back of the camera today, so it's a little bit closer to me. But like I said, I'm in a little slightly different place to where I normally stream. I've streamed from this little bit here before. I'm along the fence a little bit further back from the main gate. And normally I'm literally opposite where Dave parks his burger van. If you've ever been down here and seen where he parks it, I normally park over there. It gets you a little bit closer to the pad, but this has got a good zoom on this camera, so probably don't look any different to normal, to be honest. See, the thing is, when I listen back to it sometimes on my phone, it's difficult to tell, but because you then hear twice what I'm hearing as well, and it's difficult to hear it on the phone. If you've got earphones on or you've got your TV, it might sound completely different to what it does when I play it back. So, but when I played back last night's stream on my computer, it sounded alright. Apart from, like I said, I thought the planes were slightly too loud, but that's why I've turned them down ever so slightly. So hopefully it sounded good when they went out. I think they have their front light on still, and then they turn them back on. You'll notice when they come in, you'll see the light from a long way away. but they do have them on when they take off, then they turn it off once they get airborne. Yeah, they've been really busy the last few days, obviously going out in the morning, and you know, you don't tend to see them going out really early when they're on lates as well, so they're obviously, you know, got a lot of training going on. These guys are sitting here for a while, so perhaps they're waiting for some more to come down, which is quite usual. If they're waiting for some more people to come out, they'll sit there for a while because they've had their checks, so they're ready to go. Thank you, Christopher, much appreciated. Yeah, and if I don't reply to questions, then the mods tend to reply and anybody else tends to reply. I can't always look at the chat all the time, especially when I'm watching them go out. So if I do miss any questions or anything, the mods tend to take care of it. Yeah, we've got 95 likes now from what I can see, so we're almost up to 100 already, which is good. Yeah, I've employed Jonathan, and Jonathan's going to do, well, I don't know this yet, but he's going to do some emojis, and he's going to do some members emojis. I've already decided that. I'll definitely come back, don't worry. I'll definitely come back. But I've promised my wife I'm going to have some time off to recuperate and do some things that I've got to do that I haven't been doing at home. I've been slacking, I haven't been doing the painting and stuff I said I would do. So I've got to do that for her before I get bedridden next week. Yes, if it happens, I don't know. You know what the NHS is like, they've cancelled it 3 times, so they could turn around and say, oh, that's not happening again. But I need it to happen because that's painful. So it's probably about the most painful my leg has ever been. It started off on my back, and then I still got pain in my back, but nothing like what he had. But the pain in my leg is excruciating, I'll tell you. It's really bad. So, and I don't make things up. It's just horrible. Yeah, I don't mind DIY though, Jonathan. To be honest with you, I don't mind doing it. I just haven't got round to doing it. We lost our husky a few weeks ago, and we've got another puppy, and she's been a handful. So although she's gorgeous, we just you know, it's just been busy and stuff, and every time I walk out of the room she's like crying, wanting me to go back, or if my wife goes out of the room she's trying to get back in the room with us or whatever. So we're trying to do a bit of training with her at the minute because she's only a baby. She's 9 weeks old this week now, so we're trying to do crate training and trying to make her, you know, come to us and stuff. And she's doing really well actually. She's doing good. So she's keeping us busy. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right though. Just have to be careful getting up and down the van. It just hurts when I get. It's not getting up. It's getting down. When you go off the last rung of the ladder and you put your foot on the floor, it hurts like hell. But yeah, but I'm all right. So, but thank you for your kind words. It's nice. I always used to love cats and stuff, but I've had huskies, so unfortunately huskies don't like cats. My 2 huskies, or I've had 3 huskies, and they wouldn't last very long, I'm afraid. And we could never let them off the lead. We had a pup, and we let her off the lead one day, and she was in the field, and she chased after pheasants, and unfortunately she got one, and you know, we said we'd never be able to let her off the lead ever again. We thought she may be a little better than our first one. Our first one was really food aggressive and all sorts, and there's just no way he could ever come off the lead. But we thought our little girl, she would be alright, but she soon showed her wolf side, unfortunately. And then we got a cross husky, and he's just the same. He's placid as anything. He's with me now, he's in the van now. He's as placid as anything, but if he saw a cat, I would definitely say that cat wouldn't be there no more. So you have to be really careful with them. But obviously with the German Shepherds, I think it's going to be a little bit easier, because I think even though dogs don't like cats, I think if you train them well, they'll leave them alone, I think. So fingers crossed anyway. Yeah, that's not too bad. I've got 3 layers on, but it's not been that bad, to be honest. The first night I done the live up here was quite cold. Last night it started to get quite windy again. It's towards the end of the night, but the night before, when we had the bumpy F-15s, I have made that video. I've uploaded it, but it's a little bit grainy, so I haven't made it go live yet. But I will. I might re-edit it and get a bit more noise out of it. But yeah, it was cold that night and windy that night. That was starting to get cold by the end of the night. But tonight's not too bad at all, actually. A minus 15 degrees, is that? Yeah, I think sometimes cats can be the boss, can't they? But in certain circumstances, but in no way with a husky. Well, I don't know anybody with a husky that's got cats, but good luck to them. Yeah, it looked like you said it was minus 15. I was thinking, Christ, that's cold. I know it gets cold up there, but not yet, surely. I know this time last year, maybe a little bit later when I was doing the night streams, I always say like the tripod used to get stuck to the van. I couldn't get it off the van, it was completely froze up. And you always tell the camera acts weird as well, and the batteries go flat quicker. It got really cold here last year, and that was after the drone thing, I think, when it got really bloody cold. I'm not seeing some of you guys in the chat. I can see you chatting to people, but I can't see them. That's a bit weird. I might refresh it. Still the same. Whoops, I just turned the phone up, sorry. Might have heard it echo again. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I am. I still couldn't see none, so got a light come up over the base, over Mildenhall Way. Whether we got now fading away. Some flashing going on over the trees towards, I suppose, that's Bury St Edmunds over there, so I imagine a lot of fireworks in the distance. I keep seeing flashes in the corner of my eye over there, like in the sky up, so. Yeah, that light's gone now. But there is a lot of cloud again tonight. Not so bad behind us this time, so maybe we'll be able to see them a little bit better when they come in, but we'll just have to see, because obviously it's going to change. But there's a few more clear patches, but then last night the moon came through, and tonight I can only just, I can't see them, and I don't think that's up far enough yet, but from here, it looks like the canopy's up on it, but I don't think it is. I think it's just something behind it. I can't really tell. You guys might be able to see better on your screens. No, I can't see none yet, but I'm sure they'll go out. If normally the 35s will go out, and sometimes the 15s don't go out, but not the other way around. Normally you won't only get 15s and no 35s, but you just never know really. But usually if the 35s go out, if the 15s go out, the 35s go out. But Graham's down the other end. He may tell me when he sees them. I thought I heard them start up a little while ago, but it's hard to tell when these are down here. Yeah, it looks like there's something behind it lit up, and that's what it makes. When I'm looking on the monitor, it looks like there's the canopy sitting up on it, but I can just about make that light out on the top of the canopy now. I can see it's down, but when I first looked at it on the monitor, it looked like it was up, but it's definitely cloudier than it was last night, definitely. You can see another light over there now. These guys have been sat here for a while. Possibly. Come on, let's have some more. Let's have some more. It's £5 at the gate, please. See? As soon as I put on it, they always disappear, but at least we caught some that time. We'll keep it there for a minute and see if there's any more. I think there's more coming down. Yep, there is. That's what they've been waiting for, I reckon, is a tanker. Hello, William. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Thanks. That's about right. My streaming spot is now being vacated, but never mind. I ain't moving the van now. It's too much messing around getting all this stuff up and down here. Yeah, I don't think it's a lot of difference, to be honest. I'm only like 50 feet further back than what I'd normally be. There was some more then, but they're gone again. I only want to show them because I want to charge a £5 for the fireworks. So there you go, there's a few more. We'll have some proper fireworks in a minute. That's £5. £5 now. Here we go. Some carrot time. One at a time, one at a time. He definitely gave up 4 beans, he did. And then that was sort of quiet. You don't get this sort of display normally. Yeah, definitely not. Look at that. They're as the fireworks, them ones are. They're the type of ones you get from Asda when you send them up and then they glow and then they go out. Well, let's hope we get some some more and some F-35s. I'm pretty sure we will because it's still early, so. They turned all them lights off over there now, so I can't see the fire extinguishers and that, but. Yeah, I can't see none, but it's just so dark. You retracted your message, Graham. Was it you were bringing me a coffee? Is that what it was? Cool. I reckon they're better than the ones I'm seeing here. Fireworks. There was a few big ones over there. What noise? Just as the 15s were then going to move, there was a few bigger ones, but they're stopped again now. It won't let you post it, Sally. So I don't know why it's doing that. It should. But I want a proper coffee. And Graham's just round the corner. Can you copy it from last night's stream, Sally, or not? Is it because I pinned it? I don't know. Ah, there you go, Jonathan sussed it. Yeah, I see the tanker there. Loads of people leaving here now, so. But they're going to miss out. Oh, dear me. I can't believe how many people are here. There's your tanker, I believe. Gone in the clouds now. Got a convoy coming. They did this last night and then all of a sudden loads came down. Let's hope that's the same tonight. Can't hear no start-ups or anything. Can't hear nothing at the minute. Oh, I say that, there is one. There's a start-up of a F-15. How weird. You may be able to hear that in the background. We want more than one starting up though. We don't want last night there was just so much noise coming from over there. Whoop, sound like another one. Yeah, there's a few starting up. That's exactly what happened last night. We had that big convoy and all of a sudden loads of noise started. Cool. Yeah, I can hear the, I can't hear the 35s, but I can hear the 15s all right. They do sound a bit like that, don't they? Sound like a whale. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's not too bad, is it, Jonathan? It sounds alright. I'm sort of crouching down at the minute to stop my leg from hurting, and I put the other mic right at the back, so it should be a lot better now. I found another wire to hang it off. I think there's a hell of a lot of helicopter activity today, whether they're over there as well again tonight. But I had all sorts coming past mine today, late on in the afternoon. So they could be going over to the Nook as well. I was watching them tankers for ages last night on the way home. I was watching them on the app as I was driving back. It's quite interesting to see how they kept breaking from each other and going back to each other. Yeah, I saw orders. There is. So keep an eye for next week, because Dave did tell me that he is going to Wattersham on Monday, I believe he said. Everybody knows, because there's been a whole load of people posting all day. I've been seeing loads of people saying about on Facebook today about Wattersham. So you weren't going to say nothing, but loads of people are saying about Wattersham on Monday. So yeah, so just keep an eye on the videos that Dave upload. So we all know about the drones last year, and I think I told you guys that there's a guy writing a book, and my friend Mike, and he's just messaged me actually, because he's really interested to see what the F-15s are doing each night, and he messaged me today saying that he's about to publish his book. So I will be getting a copy from him. He said he's going to send me a copy to have a look, and so I'll put some links to that book in a post or in one of the streams I do, so you guys can check that book out. He's very knowledgeable, ex-military, ex-police, so yeah, so he's done a lot of digging into what happened last year, and it's quite interesting. So be interesting to have a look at the book and see what he's got in there. Yeah, I'll be good. I'll be good, Brian. I'll get sorted out. I have to keep sitting down at the minute, or kneeling down. But it's not. It's starting to ease. Like the pains are eased off a little bit. I can hear the 35s now. I think that's what I can hear. The good thing is I can still film, because some videos I've actually put up, you wouldn't believe it, but they're from my house. So I've recorded quite a few tankers going over mine, quite a few Apaches. They come really close to mine. I don't know if they know it's my van and think, oh, it's that guy that films us. But they come really, really close. And the other week I had 2 typhoons so close I could see the pilots. They went over the top. That's really rare. They hardly ever come over mine, but they were that close. I could see them in there. They come over pretty fast as well, and really low. And then I had a Chinook come over, and we could see all the people hanging out the back. That was pretty cool. But I literally couldn't get my camera in time. They come over. I heard it coming, went to go and get it, and then I couldn't tell which way they were. And by the time I'd got it and got in the right place, they'd gone. But I saw them, and but just didn't get my camera sort of just ready just in time, which is a shame, because. That would have been a good, even if it was like 30 seconds short, that'd have been quite interesting to see. Yeah, they were. It was loud. It was loud and low. So, but yeah, I have got plans for Conisbee. Like I said last night, I've got something in mind for you guys that you've probably never seen before. So we'll just see how it goes for that one. But it won't be for a little while yet. But we'll work on it. There's people coming and going. Some people going. Some people coming at the same time. So. I'm taking that was Mia. Someone said hi Daryl by Daryl, so I don't know who that was. Anyway, it's Cyril. My new name's Cyril. Thanks to Neil last night. That's my new nickname, Cyril, apparently. Oh, right. Well, I don't know who that was then. Someone must have been watching the stream. Hi, Tomo. Oh, dear me. Yeah, the better done. Yeah, we did well last night, getting to 8,000. That was quite good. I was well pleased with that because I think we done something like 65 subscribers last night, which is good. It's good. For the amount of people that was in the room was good. I don't know what we're on now. We're slowly climbing up again, so. Simon was happy. I spoke to Simon today. He got a few subscribers from last night, so he said he was happy. He came in to see what I was up to and got a few subscribers, so yeah, he's off somewhere today, so I don't think he'll be in the stream tonight. I think he's gone somewhere with his wife tonight, so. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do, Jonathan. I'm trying to light up a rollie, but the trouble is you can't see what you're doing. And I don't want to turn all the lights on, just in case any of them come back and see a load of lights up on the top. I can never find my lighter or anything. Then when I finish, I notice that it's all back. He's fell out of my tin and it's all over the place. Ah, so you found the emojis, have you, Sally? I need to make some more. I literally made them really quickly. I just need to get on with it really and get them sorted out. Yeah, see, we're doing all right. We're still climbing up. I wanted to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. I don't think we're going to quite make that, but it could happen if we get something different happen and a video takes off, like we've had a few go over 130,000 views. So it could happen. And we always, like we say, me and Dave always find the rare things, so they tend to do really good, and then we get a lot of subscribers that way. So. And the streams are really good. You know, we're getting a lot of new people coming in, and that's all thanks to you guys sharing and liking and stuff. So YouTube's giving us a bit of love at the minute. So what I need to do is I need to post the videos that I'm going to schedule them, but I can never tell you if I'm going to be able to go live. I have a little bit of an idea in my head, that's what I want to do, but due to the situation at home and everything, looking after my lad, I can never tell if he doesn't want to go, then I won't go. I'll never make him go. And obviously we've had this issue with the camera coming off. I need to make sure that if he's going to come with me, no matter what he does, that it can't fall off no more, because it hasn't done no damage. I'm so lucky, the camera's absolutely fine, but it fell right off the top of the roof, so that weren't good. But yeah, luckily we're all good on that side of things. But I just need to get some sort of pole up here where I can put the camera on a bear, and that I can turn it around and make it easier for myself, and then it's totally secure. But we'll get that done after the operation and everything, and I'll get all that sorted out, and then we'll be good. I used to have a little seat up here, and I used to sit on the seat and have the camera on my shoulder and swivel the seat round, but it still wobbled a little bit, so I'm back to using a tripod, which is not as good when they come over the top of you, because you can never get right above for yourself like that. So, and I think it's better to be on a tripod, so you're not getting all that wobble as much as, it still wobbles on the tripod, don't get me wrong, but especially if you zoom right in, it's hard to keep them in frame. But I'd try my best now, and I look back at some of my old footage from a couple of years ago, and I think I'm getting better. It's hard. It's definitely hard at night though. Hard to keep them in the viewfinder at night, because you can't. When you look up and you see the lights and stuff, they sort of get in your eyes, and you really struggle to follow them. Yeah, you can tell with the 15s and the 35s what lights they are. The 15s are a lot dimmer than what the 35s are, and then when it does actually focus on the planes from a distance, the F-35s look like UFOs. You can normally pick them out straight away. Well, I tend to know what they are just by listening to them. You can tell the difference in the sound as well, even from a distance. You can normally tell, but sometimes at night time it does throw you off a little bit. So especially if it's cloudy, because you might think that's a 35, but if they're in the clouds, obviously it's dumbing the light down a little bit. So, and then they get a bit closer, and you realise that that's a 35 because it's not as bright because it's through the clouds. But most of the time you can tell. So they're on their way back down, as I can see. Yeah, we'll keep going, and like I say, Dave does his bit. When he notices something unusual, he always gets his camera and gets us filming. So, and obviously he's up here all the time, so lots of people tell him all sorts of different things. So we get to hear things a lot sometimes before other people, so which is good for us. There's only one rumour that really disappointed me, and I'm sure you're going to know what it is, but there was supposed to be Nighthawks coming here over the summertime, but it never happened. But that would have been crazy if they had come here. Then this place, you wouldn't have been able, I'd have had to sleep here, because there's just no way you'd have got a space. But if they ever did turn up here, that would be amazing. But doesn't look like that's going to happen now. But well, that didn't happen, but it would have been awesome if it did. Yeah, it sounds so different here at night time. Even just engines running sound different. It is completely and utterly different. The filming's completely different. It took a bit of practice to. Last year obviously taught me a lot. I mean, astrophotography, I understand what you need to do to get images at night time, so I've got a little bit of an advantage. I sort of know what sort of settings I roughly need to, and I've filmed Simon quite a few times at night time on his adventures. So you know, you get used to filming at night, but it's still really different. And then when you go to film in the daytime, and all your settings are completely and utterly different, so you have to like reset everything, and that's when it gets a bit complicated. When you go back to doing nights again, you've got to swap everything over. But I've set custom buttons on here now for day and night now, so it just literally press one button and that will change to the day setting, so that's a much easier now. I've set a button up for infrared as well, which I'm not going to put it on infrared at the moment, but I have filmed Simon in infrared on a couple of his videos, and I can do green or white. I prefer to do white because I think when you do green it just looks really strange. So I've done, I filmed him a few times in absolutely pitch black conditions, because obviously for astrophotography you don't want any lights in the distance. And we've been to some crazy places, and I was saying last night, Simon and Glenn both fell down an embankment, and there's a river right at the bottom, and I think Simon dropped some stuff into the water once, I think he did. And another one of our friends, he put his tripod out on the beach, and the tide come in and took his camera and his tripod, so he weren't very happy. And then he had a picture of it on his YouTube channel with the camera and stuff laying on the beach, a little bit damaged, let's say. Well, I must say I'm liking Starlink. Like I said the other night, it seems to be so you know, just it hasn't let me down yet. So I've never seen a drop frame since I've got Starlink. But we will do some 4K streams when we come back once I'm better, and we'll get that going, and hopefully I'll bump up the stream rate and see if we can get some really good stuff. I can't see anything at the minute. I can't. The clouds have got right low, so I keep looking around to see what there is about, but I can't see nothing at the minute. I saw an Apache come over the airfield last year. I think I filmed it on the old channel. It came right along the runway and then went off over there, over towards Mildenhall, and I caught it all on radio as well, which was pretty good. I'll see if I can tap Mike up to give me a spare book to do a giveaway about what happened last year. I think it'll be quite interesting to see that book. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's got in there. He did tell me at the time when we first started talking this time last year, or a little bit after this time last year, what his ideas were, and you know. So I think it's going to be interesting reading actually. I'm not sure I believe the story about apple pickers, because I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want to do apple picking in November, December. I don't think it'd be very warm. I don't think there'd be many apples either. But I don't know if I ever did say this, because I don't think I did, but the day before all that happened, with all the lights over here, I was at home, and I was in the garden, and I saw this, what I thought was a plane when it first started to appear, but it was a massive drone thing, and it had props on the back and on the front, and it was really loud, but it looked like a wire-framed thing. I've never seen anything like it. That was really weird. And then I sort of didn't take much notice of it. I just thought, oh, well, that's really strange. It's a weird-looking thing, but didn't think too much more. And then obviously the next night, all that stuff happened here. I thought perhaps that's what I saw. Perhaps that is what it was that was flying around. But that was definitely a weird thing. But there's been talk about them again the other night, obviously in Belgium, and there's been talk about some being spotted over Norwich the other night. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what we've been hearing. We've got security going around, the lights on. Yeah, I definitely need to get something on the floor up here. That's all right at the moment. The other night was a little bit slippery. I always wear decent trainers on up here with good grips on the bottom, because it does get slippery up here, well, especially when it starts to freeze up. I need to put something up here that's not going to be as slippy, but I've cut all grooves in the top of this wood to make it so there's all grooves in here, so I give you a little bit extra grip, but it does okay. But if it's raining, or it started to rain, and it does still get a little slippery up here. I've not fell off yet, but I've come close to it. Once I come really close to it. I literally had 1 foot off the side of the van. How I stayed on here, I don't know, but yeah, that was a bit scary. That was. I thought I was going to fall down like 10 foot down. I keep thinking about putting some sort of scaffold poles up here, but the trouble is it's just so much to like set up and pack up and all that sort of stuff. I like to try and get here, get the stuff up and get going, but if you've then got to put all scaffolding up and all that sort of stuff, it's just, you know, if something happens, you've got to be quick to get going sort of thing. But I suppose safety should be my priority really. But yes, yeah, I just can't get here until sort of they're getting close to going out, so I wouldn't have time to put it up. But I need to have something that can fold down really quickly and go up quite quickly really. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to get something up here. I tell you, I keep saying in the streams, I know that B&Q do F-35 stealth paint, but they can't find it yet. They've been looking for it for a few years, but they just don't know where it is. So I thought that'd be quite good on the top of here. Blend in then. My dog's jumping around in the van. The van's moving around. I can still hear planes over the back running, but nothing moving yet. Maybe they're going to do what they did last night and come out sort of 7ish. Because it was getting close to that. Yeah, they said that, Sally, but they still can't find it. That's where it's supposed to be, but that's not there. All right. Oh, I give up my day job, crikey's, a long time ago now. I was saying before, when I was doing heavy vehicle recovery, I did enjoy doing that, but that's probably what messed my back up, to be honest with you, lifting all that heavy stuff all the time, laying on the floor constantly in snow, rain, you name it, all sorts of dead animals underneath refuge bins and stuff like that, all dripping down on you. And fun, I can assure you of that one. and taking off prop shafts and half shafts out of lorries and stuff is pretty heavy, and I've seen some nasty stuff in the past when I've been doing that, and that part of it I didn't obviously never enjoy. Clearing up after, you know, big accidents and things like that, it's never nice, but I don't think some people say you sort of get past it, but I don't think you ever do. I've seen some horrific things, and yeah, I don't think you ever get them out of your mind, but it gets a little bit easier over the years, but it's not something that part of the job was never nice. But then I had some really good laughs doing recovery. I used to take the mickey out of some of the lorry drivers. You say they'd like back into a farmyard or a field or something, and they'd just get stuck, and instead of just leaving it, they're trying their hardest to get out, which I suppose is understandable. But then I had one guy, and he reversed half a mile into a field, and I said, what on earth made you drive all the way across the field? He go, well, it kept going, so I thought I'd just keep going. And I said, yeah, but you're going the wrong way, mate. Like, you need to be heading towards the road. You're heading in the middle of a field. And I had my winches out on full extent, and I had to find ropes and all sorts and chains and stuff and link them all together just so I could reach him. It took me ages to get him out of that field, and it was like right up to the axles, and I said to him, we're going to have to get all that load off there, because I'm never going to be able to pull it. I think you had like 10 ton of stuff on there, building stuff. I said, we're not going to get that in. I'm never going to be able to pull it all out of that field all that way. And so he had to phone his boss, and a load of people turned up, and they all handballed all this stuff off the lorry, and I dragged the lorry across the field and got it off onto the road. And then they had to get loads of people turned up. There must have been about 20 people, and they were like chain linking it across the field and stuff. That was hilarious. I was like, they said, are you going to help us get the stuff? I said, I never put it there, you did. So that was something that was quite funny. I said, no, I'm not helping. And yeah, that was quite amusing. I had several times like that when I used to take the mickey out of the drivers and stuff. But yeah, I suppose that's just one of them things that sometimes when you get in a panic like that and you put your lorry where you shouldn't. I've had dustbin lorries that have moved over onto like a grass verge to move out of the way of something else, and then they've gone straight in a ditch and on their sides in the ditch. And then I've had obviously the real sort of bad storms, and lorries have gone on their side one after the other. I've done like 5 or 6 in a day one day. I have to go out and pull them back on the wheels and stuff, and then yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff. But I sort of missed some of it, but not all of it. I can hear helicopters. I think it's Osprey I can hear. Yeah, I can remember going to Silverstone. What was that? Something just fell off. What was that? Oh, one of my earphones covers just fell off. Something hit me on the leg, and I thought, what was that? I thought something flew into me for a minute, a bat or something. That was really weird. Yeah, I remember going to Silverstone and it being flooded once over there. A couple of times actually. I'm trying to think where else I went. I think Cadwell Park, the same thing, because you park over that back bit, and everybody was stuck. There was like in the car park bit, they'd parked them on the grass, and it rained and nobody could get off there. Yeah, I can't see any Apaches over there, but like I said, the clouds are really weird tonight. There's a bit of a break over in that direction, but I'm sure I'm hearing Osprey over Mildenhall. I think that's what I'm hearing. But all the all the jets are shut down. I'm hoping there's going to be more go out. It is only 7 o'clock, and if the other ones are still out and a fair way away, then I should imagine we will see some more go out. There's no fireworks to even go look at now. They're all gone. How bright do you want that? As long as there's nothing moving, that'll be alright. Because if there's something move, that'll go so blurry you can't tell what it is. I don't know what it looks like on the screen yet, because my stream's a little bit behind, so I'm just looking on my phone, but it looks a bit... Oh, there we go. I can see it. That's caught up now. But that's what this camera's capable of at night time. But obviously, if anything moved, that'd just be a complete mess. If the F-15s are just sitting there and they weren't moving and people weren't moving, then that would be, you know, I can show you. I mean, I can make it even brighter than that. I can make it a lot brighter than that. But then the picture starts to break up quite a bit. Yeah, this camera's absolutely awesome for when we do astrophotography and we're just doing some shots of stuff, just like telescopes just sitting there. You know, you can really brighten that whole thing up and make so much difference having a camera that can pull all this light in. Sony cameras are excellent for night time. So if I just go to the, I don't know what this is going to look like. This might go a bit crazy now. Let me, I can make it even brighter, but I think it'll look straight. I think it'll start to break the image up. That's how bright I can make it. That's crazy. That's just crazy brightness. But the image gets really grainy. But I can also pull it right down, but keep the shutter speed, so you get a bit of a clearer picture, but still having enough light. I'll just bring it back to how we were. You can see I just moved the tripod a little bit and it made it all go all really strange and blurry, but let's take that back down. I think I can hear something now. There we go. Can't see them yet, but I'm sure I can hear them in the distance. That's infrared, so that's what the camera picks up, infrared, but that does make it very grainy because I've got it on the wrong settings for infrared, but that's what you can see infrared. But when you've got infrared lights on, it takes all that grain away. So we'll go back to normal. Yeah, they're coming in. That's not good. My shoelaces are undone. I had to do my shoelaces up. I just stood on everything, tripped over all sorts of stuff. I think I stood in the streaming box as well. Coming quite quick. Well, what is this? It's not got no light on. It won't even pick it up. No landing light. That can't be good. I suppose they come in by wire anyway, but you'd want to know where you're going, wouldn't you? Right, as they're in, I'm now going to do my laces up because I almost did trip over that time. That's better. Yeah, I've seen them come in before without lights, but only a couple of times. There's more coming now. Check my other lace now. Yeah, I stood on the streaming box, I stood on my laces and all sorts, so that wasn't good. It's not quite as easy to follow them from where I'm stood, because I've got the tripod in a bit of a different place to what I normally have it, so I'm just have to adjust what I'm doing a little bit, but it was a bit harder to follow them in, but it wasn't helpful when I was standing on my shoelaces and on my streaming box really. Ooh, made a bit of an adjustment there. Got a lower approach again. I thought he came in a bit funny. I don't know if he meant to do that or not, because he made a big adjustment just before he went down. He probably did, but I can hear the other ones down the bottom. Let's wait for him to come back round. We had some low approaches on the first night we did the nights. We had a few. I think there's about 4 altogether did it, but yeah, it is unusual to get low approaches at night time, but that he did make a big adjustment, and then all of a sudden he looked like he was a little bit higher, then decided, right, I'm going around again. So I don't know if that was a planned one or not. Yeah, it was quite loud. Just waiting for him to come back. I can see him now going back round, so. Oh, he did he? Yeah, it was just that he made like a bit of an adjustment to his sort of attack when he came in. That's what made me think. I wonder if he meant to do that or not, but. That was still good to see though. Here he come. Coming round. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that one last night. It was a bit of a unusual one, wasn't it, as well? It's definitely a bit quieter than I thought it was going to be tonight. I thought it was going to be a bit busier than this, but it's still only 7:15, so they didn't go out until 7 o'clock last night, did they? So we could still see a few more go. I can hear the ones that came back running, but I think I can hear another one running as well. Yeah, I don't know where he's gone now. I can hear him in the distance, but I can't see him yet. I think he was. I think Mark did come. I think he said hello to me when I first got here. I think it was him. He said he likes my videos, so I thought it was Mark, but I'm not 100% sure. So, well, whoever it was spoke to me when I first got here and said, "Oh, hiya mate, how are you? I love your stream and I love your videos." So he obviously knew who I was, but I just assumed it was him. You still can't see it yet. I can see something really high up over there, which is not it. Here we've got something up there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Something up there. Well, it's just gone in the clouds, wherever it was. This place is really, really quiet when there's nothing going on, and almightily loud when there's something is going on. I still can't see him coming round yet. We could have, how would you say it backwards? Poof. Something's starting up over there. Yeah, there's definitely something started over there. Whether it's an engine test, I don't know, but it's definitely something. Well, yeah, I don't know where. Oh, I can see them now. I can see two coming in behind me. They're now coming round. I can only see red lights at the minute, but they're coming. Now turn to a white light. I can see another one way in the distance as well. Another white light now coming. Whether that's another one, I don't know how many's come in now and how many went out. But I can see another one really low down in the distance. And the third one over there, I think, down the bottom there. I think that's one. And the third one's disappeared. I'm not looking at the chat, guys, so maybe that was the Apache over there that was over, but I saw the light, but it's not there now. Yep, it's not there, so I don't know what that was. It was behind us. Oh, no, I can see it again now. There is, perhaps it went round again or something. But there is another light right over in the distance. It's a long way away at the minute. I don't know if the camera can just about see it. Just about. It's a hell of a long way away, that is, though. Oh, it's now coming, so it is another one. It just turned and come in. It's definitely a long way away because it's taking me a fair while to get here. This camera can zoom about 5 miles, so place echoes. I'm just going to go that way this time. Oh, no, he's not. He's changed his mind. I think we've got more coming down. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I know them ones just come in, but it sounds like they're coming down this end, but I might be wrong. Wow, it's 2 low approaches. Yeah, I think there's definitely something running over the back, but it sounds like something's coming. Ah, there's Mark. How you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm alright, Mark. I'm good. Bit of pain, but we'll get through that. Where's he off to? Where's he gone? He's disappeared off into the nowhere again. Yeah, I have to admit that I used to watch the Phantoms and Lightnings at night as well. But I know I'm not as old as Neil, because Neil's told me how old he is, so I'm not as old as Neil yet. Oh yeah, I see him coming back round now. I believe that'll be him. It's going through the cloud. It makes it difficult to focus in on him. Yeah, don't like that. It's quite a way off over there, and there's quite a lot of cloud. Even though the camera picks it up, as soon as you try and zoom in on something like that, it just disappears. It's gone right in the clouds now. I can't even see them with my eyes now. Disappeared. I think the camera can see through the cloud a little bit. I can see lights, but I can't see with my eyes anyway. One's going one way and one's going the other by the looks of it. Is that him coming back round again? He's struggling a little bit because it is in a cloud. And it disappeared. Alright, I'm back again. That's a bit of a strange behaviour that's going on there. Not normally see that sort of stuff, but the cloud's actually breaking beside me. I can see stars now, so it's going round and round, I think. I'll wait for him to get a bit closer. He's disappeared over the top of the trees now. Well, one behind me. Perhaps that weren't what I was following then. You guys probably saw it. I ain't looking at the chat at the moment, so I don't know what that was down there. Oh. You have to wait for them to get a little bit closer before you can zoom right in on them. So whatever that is over there, I reckon that must be osprey that's going round and round. I'm not sure what it is. You tell me, guys, if you can see anything on the apps. That's what I thought was the plane to start with, or the F-15 to start with, but I don't know if it's the same thing I was just looking at a minute ago, but keep losing it in the cloud. It's quite a way off now. That's kind of doing circuits over there, wherever that is. You know what it looks like, don't you? I can't hear anything though, that's the thing. It's a good 5 miles away, whatever that is, because it's over Mildenhall. Seem to be moving fast for a tango going around those. Lost him again. Well, let's see what's going on. There's still engines running over there, so some more channel members. Well done. You can always see who's not chatting in the chat when you get a membership. Yeah, it was moving quite quick, whatever that was. That's why I thought it was the F-15, but then I saw it coming behind me. You can't see the other one at the minute. Are you down there, are you? I can see one over the top of Mildenhall still. I can't see the other one at the minute. There's one just going out of shot over there now. It's just too far away. Fweeps? What do you mean, what a fweeps? You must know what a fweep is. That's just the engines at the back, the actuator things moving. Like I was saying last night, you want to hear an F-22 close up. My Christ, do they sound absolutely awesome. I mean, I know I've got some close-up shots of them on the channel, but when you're standing right behind them and they light them things up, and the awesome shape of them as well, they just sound absolutely awesome. They crackle as they go up the runway. It just sounds unreal. But you have to be here to hear them. It just doesn't sound. You don't get the justice of the sound of them. Even these guys, the 15s and the 35s going out, you hear it on the videos and stuff on the live stream, but the noise just all around you and the vibrations. This whole van shakes when they go off. It's absolutely mad. The noise is just deafening. I can now see another one going over the top of Mildenhall, a bit lower this time, so. Yeah, honestly, Jonathan, the F-22 is just absolutely crazy. Even when it starts up, it makes this weird noise, and then when it sort of taxiing round, it makes like a howling noise, and I think you can just about hear that on some of my videos. It's a really creepy, eerie noise, and I imagine if you was up here listening to it at night time, it'd sound even like weirder. But yeah, the noise they make is unreal. But just when they literally go up the runway, the crackle that comes out of the back of that engine is just unreal. We've got more coming in. Did this many actually go out? I'm taking that these are the ones that went to Scotland or whatever, but got a big blast of an engine behind us as well. I could see the other one going round behind me again. Tried to put a bit more light on that one as it came in, but I think it made it look a bit grainy, but I think you saw it all right. We've got something going on over here now. Sounds all quiet again. Yeah, the night, I think it was the night Trump's plane came in the second time, the tanker went round about, I reckon around about 10 times I think it went round. I can see it now going back up again. What we got going on down there, Graham? Have we got anything else? I can see the 15's now taxiing off. We got anything else started over there? I think that's obviously an engine test because they didn't have to wind up a little bit. I keep thinking there's something coming down, but it sounds like there's a 15 coming down here. But I think that's the other end and it's sort of echoing down. That always happens when I pack up, every single time. Although it didn't last night, but every time I pack up and put my stuff away, something else happens, every single time. There's a bit of activity, but there's stuff going up the runway. You can see the tanker just about go over the top of the picture. Well, I think that's all of them back that was out for definite. Whether we're going to see anything else go out, I'm not sure. But Graham will let us know, I'm sure, if he can see anything going on. But it's weird that we heard the 35s talking earlier and then they've not gone out. But I mean, if they're going to be out until 10, they still could go out for an hour or so. They did that last night, but my leg is starting to hurt, so I might call it a night, but we'll just hang on for 5 more minutes and then I think if nothing happens in 5 minutes, then we'll call it a stream. And then like I said, I'll probably see you guys in a couple of weeks time, but make sure you do have the bells turned on because Dave could upload something and I might even be able to twist his arm to do a live stream. We'll have to work on him, guys. We'll have to keep posting on all the videos. Come on, Dave, because he does read the comments. Yeah. It's still going up and down, so over there somewhere there. Well, I'm already cold, so well, it's not that bad actually. That's not that cold out here tonight. I've known it to be a lot worse than this. but it don't seem too bad. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else going on, guys. I think they've come in. I think 8 o'clock's 8 o'clock tonight. I think they had a late one last night, and I think they're all now putting their feet up in the bar now. Yeah, always trying to. Always got to stop and get something on the way home to for food, and just take my little doggy for a walk quickly, because he's been sat in the van all the time I've been streaming, but he's been quite well behaved actually. He's only jumped around once, so he's probably asleep on my bed. Yeah, Dave's not making any burgers tonight, but we'll definitely try. I'll try my hardest to get him to do some more for you guys and keep going. But yeah, I think we're going to call it a night, guys. Thank you for coming in again. It's been another good one, although it's not been as busy as it was last night, which is a shame. But we've still picked up some more subscribers. We've got some new members. What more could you ask? So hopefully all goes well next week, and I get some peace from the puppy, and my back sorts itself out, and I'll be back as soon as I can, guys. That's all I can say. I hope you enjoy all your weekends, and like I said, if Dave uploads the videos, make sure you like and hype. And this has been Liberty from the Military Aviation channel, guys. I'll see you when I can. Thank you all.